early season as both of these programs try to make an early statement and build that resume. Welcome to Memorial Stadium, Lincoln, Nebraska, and home of the Cornhuskers. As we'll see a playoff team from last year, the TCU Horned Frogs, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Nebraska Cornhuskers. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Collins with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. The Huskers will kick it away to start. He'll bring it out. It's short. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. To the air, it's Abraham. Makes the catch. Out to the 32-yard line before he goes out of bounds, and that's the way to give a little start to the drive. You know, you open a game like that and it sends a message. You might want to take him away, but you're not going to.
You ain't going to. My guy is better than yours. And guess what? I know you know he's good, but we're still going to throw him the football no matter what you do. This offense is confident in his ability, and this is why. He makes big plays and starts the game off with a big play.
And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba. It's hard to find a place these days that the Big Ten doesn't touch geographically, but there's a lot of crossover with the Big Ten and Big 12 and plenty of bragging rights on the line when their schools meet.
You think about Nebraska once upon a time being in the Big 12, now in the Big 10 too. These conferences all...
Oh, it's a fumble! Bounced right back to them. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back's got to do a better job with ball security. Cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that.
Breaks into the open. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18.
What an individual effort there by the quarterback on the RPO, because everybody was covered. He just takes off, and he shows you his ability out in the open field. He's like a running back. He's got great vision. He's got the speed. He looks so natural when he's in the second level carrying the rock. Huge gain on offense by the Q. I love it on that play.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Well, on the opening drive of the game, establishing a rhythm and a cadence offensively is really, really important. They've done some good things on this first drive to put them in this situation. Obviously, you just threw an incompletion on second down. You're likely going to throw it again here right now. Quarterback has just got to settle in. Timing is important. Get rid of the ball on time. Trust your read and execute this passing play if you're throwing.
And he missed it. No good. Kicker couldn't quite get it through, and the scoreboard remains the same.
You can't miss opportunities like that. You're playing on the road in a hostile environment. You're trying to seize momentum right out of the gate. You get a nice drive to start the game, and then you miss the field goal. You don't get any points to show for that. If they're going to win this one, guys, they've got to take advantage of those types of opportunities.
Motion from the back. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Looking down the middle. Makes the grab. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Might be changing the route. Sends it back in motion. Wants to go up top. Quarterback adapted. Uncorks one to the middle. And he's got it inside the 25.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating explosive play.
From the gun, the running back looking for room. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks for the first down.
You've got to be loving what you're seeing from your offense here on the opening drive of this game. They're in a really nice rhythm. They've got real good balance going on right now, and they've got the defense on their heels.
Might as well give it to him again. So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
Man, I love when offenses are not afraid to run the football consecutive times in a row or multiple times in a row. I know everybody wants to air it out, but, man, getting that ground game established, making those linebackers and safeties come up and know that we're going to run the football, I like the way they started this football game.
Big-time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
Zings it complete to the right. Touchdown, Husker! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
This guy's been an absolute force in this offense early this season, guys. We're only in the 3rd game. He's already got 3 touchdown catches. Talk about a matchup nightmare for opposing defenses.
He'll bring it out. It's short. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Buys a little time with his feet. Just gets rid of it before the heat.
Man, I don't know if you want that guy outside the pocket very often because he's so fast and he can do some damage, but they did a nice job containing him. Once he left the pocket, they were ready for it, came to him, he tried to throw the football. Nice hit on the quarterback as he's throwing to force a bad pass.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking to throw, it's Abraham. Just a little off. Incomplete.
But how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved when I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. It's caught downfield. Love to see these 3rd down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. And the Horned Frogs getting set on 1st and 10. Gonna look downfield again. Floats it out in space. There he goes. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 41 after the good game there.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's 1st down.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's 3rd best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Handoff from the gun. Got it inside. Got some room. Headed to the goal line. And he'll finish the run and the end zone. Touchdown, Horned Frogs. Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And the extra point was good to finish things off. Kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he's coming out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Quarterback making checks. We'll send the tight end in motion. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Throws to the tight end. Complete to the left. Out of bounds at the 27-yard line, and this offense needed a play like that.
That's a nice play on offense there. And how about the tight end getting out of his stance and working his way across the field, using his speed to clear the defense and make the catch.
Looking downfield on first down. Now he'll turn one loose back to the middle. Snags it down the right side. And I wasn't sure they were going to be able to catch him. They finally did, but they gave up a huge play. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat lines. So first down here as they go back to work. Looking to throw on first down. Skips away from pressure. Bought a little time, lets it go. And the pass to the sideline will pick up a short gain.
Well, if you're on defense, I mean, that's the way you want to get this quarterback running. He's right-handed, so get him to go to his left where you expect the accuracy to come way down. If they continue to do that, that's going to work in the defense's favor.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Got his man on the right. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Nebraska! When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you add my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. TCU has it back and the Horned Frogs go on offense. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Looking downfield, it's Abraham. Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. At the 45 on his way. Got a lot of room to the right. Touchdown, TCU! And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching it. With that last one, he now has 40 career touchdown catches.
I mean, he's just been a playmaker. This guy, they feature him. He's been in the end zone that many times because they can feature him in so many ways. They find ways to get him the football because Palmer, he always makes play.
And he's always open even when he's not. Throughout his career, think about it. Single cover, double cover, triple cover. You're still throwing him the ball because he's going to find a way to make it happen. 40 TD catches. That is awesome.
Here comes the offense onto the field again. From the gun, the ground game. Got the first down and still on his feet. They corral him out of bounds, mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going. When you're called corn huskers, you're like a big red thrashing machine, and you're going to get it done on the ground.
Just going to chew up the ground yards. Just going to eat you up, play physical, be different. And that's what Nebraska fans want. Throwback to the old days, the glory days, and they want some of that here in this recent history.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Wants to throw on first down. Whoa, does he turn that loose down the middle. And that ball is hauled in inside
had to go a long way to reel that ball in. He started off way on the right, across the entire defense, made the catch on the other side of the field. There's an example of how this offense can really attack every corner of the football field.
They made the defense pay with that last big chunk of yardage. Now 1st and 10 from the 30. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Firing to the right, complete. And it seems to be a lot easier for the quarterback to find this guy than it is for the defense.
Yeah, and I think this is a guy, Reese, that you can split him out and you can feel comfortable getting the football as many ways as possible because he is one of those matchup problems. Linebackers aren't going to be able to run with him, so try to find ways to maximize that little guy's speed and athletic ability.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Right down the middle. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd.
Man, as a quarterback, you got to be careful. He's lucky there. If you miss high throwing over the middle of the field, oftentimes that results in interception. So lucky that ball was incomplete.
And the Huskers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. They'll send the back in motion. Just keeps swinging it. Makes the grab. Got enough to move the sticks. 1st down from the 17. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust. 1st down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another 1st down. Gives you another chance to...
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Cornhuskers.
This running back was not going to be denied. Nice blocking up front to create a hole for this running back, and he was able to take advantage.
And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike score. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
And I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be seeing a little bit more off coverage on this drive and maybe some softer boxes to run into.
And when you make that kind of explosive play, you're going to put the defense on its heels. They're going to be a little bit more conservative. So this offensive approach now, maybe I don't have to go deep. I can go a little bit shorter and just make those easy plays underneath.
They'll spot the ball at the 34 as he goes out of bounds right there.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
3rd down and the Husker faithful getting loud, trying to make moving the chains impossible. Trying to pick it up on the ground. Still on his feet at the 45. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
And they may have caught the defense napping there a little bit, David, maybe expecting pass on that 3rd down, but because of the back's effort now, fresh set of downs.
And it's so nice to have a guy that you can give the football in these 3rd down situations and feel confident you're going to continue to move the sticks.
Well, right away after picking up the 1st down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back. And I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the guy.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on 1st down. You're starting like that. Now, what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else.
Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. They've been running it, but now the pass. Quickly complete. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
try to bully their way for the first. He'll come through on third downs. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23.
And this offense is clicking, everything's moving, and the guy carrying the football, I mean, he is carrying the rock. Like, this is a guy he's setting this tone for this game, creating some balance on this offense. This offense is going to be a handful.
Yeah, David, I'd love to sit here and say, well, the offensive coordinator is just one step ahead of his counterpart across the field. That's not it. Right now, his offensive line is establishing the line of scrimmage, and you mentioned the back. He right now is running with authority on this drive.
And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Off the bootleg, wants to throw it. It's complete on the right side. You want to talk about building a drive around a guy. First on the ground and now using him in the passing game.
And you get so much bang for your buck because you can split him out wide. You can fake it to him and throw it. This is the guy that really stretches the field and makes you decide how you want to defend him. A linebacker, a safety, whatever it is, it's usually not good enough when he's receiving the ball out of the backfield.
And the Horned Frogs come to the line on third and short, looking to keep the drive moving. From the gun to give, looking for room. Picks up enough to give them first and 10 from the 11.
Well, when you've had the day that this guy has had so far, why not hand it off to him on third down, right? At this point, you're almost basically expecting him to find a way to pick it up, and he does exactly that. This guy has been a monster all game.
The Horned Frogs had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
And that goes down as an incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was, so he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Looking downfield, it's Abraham. Got it! That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1. Timeout called by the defense is their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. Quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. He'll ride his man on the option. Now the pitch. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! Excellent pass by the back on the option.
Nice job putting a drive together. Nice job punctuating the end of the first half. There's still some time left, Palmer, but they can tie this thing up right now.
Yeah, and this is a staff that has so much confidence in their offense. I like staying aggressive right here, going for 2, taking the lead into halftime, and putting a ton of pressure on the opponent.
And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. To the air on first down. Get it out to the supersonic guy. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over it. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down. Looking downfield, and time is running short. He'll try to do it himself. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. The Cornhuskers are at the line trying to move the sticks on third and short. Motion from the wideout. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. He's taking the shot. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
Well, the offense is doing their best to try and at least get into field goal range here at the end of the first half. So they take a vertical shot down the field, but give the defense credit. Lots of eyes back there on the quarterback. They're able to break on the ball and make sure that throw falls incomplete.
The Huskers will send out the punt unit. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. Here's the return. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. And the Horned Frogs will line up to kick off and start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive on it? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
It's complete to the right. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
Makes the catch. And it took the defense a bit to get a handle on him, a little slippery with all those juke moves.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
From the gun, the running back has it. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
And the Huskers are rolling down the field. Looking to throw on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Bridges. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
Off play action on first down. Dumps it to the back. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
Looked like the offense had a chance for a big play there, but the running back just could not reel that ball in.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. Right on the money. Nowhere to go and not much to show for that one. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'll need to get this one to the 31 here on third down. Might be calling a hot route. Wants to throw it. Fires to the big fella. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the third quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
Motion from the wide receiver. Fires to the wideout. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. Right on target this time. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
You want to stop the run game? Get the big defensive tackles in the middle, getting penetration. Those big boys eating up blocks, taking away gaps and holes for those running backs to run.
Using his power and his sweet feet to get into the backfield quickly.
And you know you're athletic when you describe with power and sweet feet. I mean, just put those two things together and you're just pretty amazing.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone, they're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush, they win up front.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Making side adjustments here. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. So they'll send out the field goal unit. And he'll envision the ball flight as he lines it up from the right hash and 38 yards out. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And they go back on top.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
TCU has it back and the Horned Frogs go on offense. Dropping back, it's Abraham. Looking to the big tight end. They've avoided the interception all day, but they were lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended.
Gashing the knee on the right. A huge pickup on the play before he goes out of bounds, but the question is, will it stand? There is a penalty marker on the field. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Bringing the heat. Going for it all. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And this offense continues to struggle to get this guy the football. He's one of their best players. Coming into this game, they knew he was a big key, but they just haven't been able to link up. They try another shot down the field to no avail. That's a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. The Horned Frogs will line up to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Corrals it at the 45. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play calling.
Yeah, no doubt. I think it's for the play caller right now, just taking a look at that script he's got in front of him and finding out where are my playmakers, who can we take advantage of on this defense to get a touchdown here.
Yeah, and just keep moving the ball down the field. Just execute a little bit better in the red zone. There's no need to panic. We're moving the football, and we got the lead.
The Cornhuskers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Back to pass. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. And this one's not working. He'll just throw it away.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there, I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
The Huskers come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. Quarterback may change this route. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on 3rd. Caught near the sticks. It's Bridges. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. Man, he had to get rid of that thing. I don't even think he had time to find the laces, but he picks up the first down.
Yeah, that's a great job. You know, 3rd and short, the defense is bringing pressure. He sees the pressure, gets the football out, and gets just enough for the first down.
Under fire. Got his man. Ripping off the huge gain down to the 17-yard line.
And on that play, great job by the receiver working his way through the traffic in the middle of the field. That's a crossing route. It's going to take him a couple seconds to get all the way to the other side of the field, but really nice awareness by him.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. The inside handoff. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the 3rd quarter. And talk about spreading the ball around, everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up this 3rd down play. Looking to throw, it's Abraham. Got it in the middle, it's Johnson. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
Give to the running back. Got the first down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
I love the play call running the football here in the 4th quarter because with the score what it is right now, everything is at your disposal on offense. You are not panicking. This isn't throw every single down, all of a sudden 2-minute air raid type stuff. You can run the ball. You can do all of your stuff, personnel, shifting, motioning. You just got to be very, very careful and absolutely cannot turn it over.
When you play zone coverage and you got a wide receiver that's a beast, it becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
Here's a heat. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. Working well behind the sticks on second down. To the air, it's Abraham. And he drops it, just took his eye off of it in the last minute.
Man, these drops can be very frustrating because you know he wants the football, and he demands the football. Receivers a lot of times will walk in the home, throw me the ball. I've heard worse stories than that, worse language, but calling for the football, got to make plays, man. That's how you get more balls thrown in your direction.
Got it in the middle, it's Johnson. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. And the Horned Frogs are in the hurry-up.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
From the gun. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, TCU! And with that, they move out front here in the fourth.
That is complimentary football at its finest. The defense gets the turnover. The offense punctuates it, uses it to their advantage, takes the lead late in the football game. Now that defense that just gave you a good stop, they need another one for you.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot, and now let's see if they can pull this one out. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up one.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on them.
Makes the catch on the right side. How about this senior picking up some yardage and making a nice play on that one?
Well, offensively, they knew they were going to have some matchups they could take advantage of in this one, and all of a sudden, this quarterback has now over 300 yards passing in the game. Defensively, David, he has got them on their heels.
And he's been showing you a little bit of everything. He can throw it all over the field to all different receivers, to his tight ends, to his running backs. Really has the ability to spread it around, and now over 300 yards. Still some time left, and he can put up even bigger numbers. And, heck, go chase some awards, man. Get some postseason awards. Get an All-American. Just put up a day.
Fires to the middle. Just a little bit too much juice on that one as the freshman was taking a shot.
And that is not where you want to miss. You do not want to miss high over the middle. A lot of that times that turns into an interception. He doesn't get that, but he's got to lower that football and give his receiver a chance to make a play on it.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Fires to the right. And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. And the Huskers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Looking to fire. Oh, no, the ball popped out. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. Flying down the left side. At the 20. Touchdown, Horned Frogs. How about this defense taking one back to the house? They push the lead out here in the fourth quarter and close to getting back on track and going 2-1.
Man, defenses are always trying to force turnovers to get the ball back to their offense, make those big plays. You know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you force the turnover, the pill hits the ground, you scoop it up, and you take it all the way back to the house. Huge play for this defense.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. It's a good thing to be charitable, Jesse, but I think the last couple of drives might be overdoing it a bit.
I agree, and I think at this point, David, the quarterback here, he's got to be a CEO.
Lets it fly. Brings it in down the left side. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. There are penalties you sort of forget about, and others that sort of stick with you for a while. You get a play like that wiped out, that one's going to linger. Here comes the offense on second down. Wants to go up top. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, he wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
On fourth down, they'll throw for it. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. He's brought down, just running hard in the red zone, and he'll be just a few inches short.
And that's really nice offensively because you're in the red zone. You do have an opportunity to add to your lead here, but you're staying in bounds. I think the clock right now is the most important thing. How can we keep this thing ticking away? And by going down in bounds, you're doing exactly that.
The Horned Frogs have it in scoring position on first and goal. They feed him again. He's going for the goal line. Trying to get in the end zone, and the ball is loose. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Man, you go from perfect position of strength. I get to salt this clock away. I get to run this out. I'm going to win to, man, now I got to put my defense back on the field, and anything can happen, right, in football, and you can catch breaks, and so now you got to go out and earn it. You had this thing under wraps.
Throws to the wideout. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Now 2nd and 10 from their own 1, and they need just a little space if they can find it. They're backed up, and they'll just throw it again. Grabbed in the middle. It's Terrell. Shows a little flash as he slips his way out to the 10. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this third down play. Unloads to the wideout. Hauls it in. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. Looking downfield on first down. He finds a dead spot in the middle. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. Looking to throw on first down. Throws for the tight end. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Got to give this defense a lot of credit because even down to the last seconds in this football game, we're seeing outstanding effort. QB taking a shot down the middle of the field. There's a defender swatting it away. They have had this quarterback's number all game long, and that's why they're winning this game.
He's taking the deep shot. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down.
I'll tell you, this offense just can't afford too many more incompletions because time's running out in the game. They need big plays in the passing attack, vertically down the field, and they've got to score some touchdowns.
Got his man downfield. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41. Wide receiver going in motion. Wants to throw again. Rushes on him. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy in front.
Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Here's the pressure. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. This defense just can't get off the field. The offense unstoppable. Wants to adjust the pattern. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Recovered by the defense, and he's off.
Great job by the defense ending this ball game. Don't give him any life. Great job forcing the fumble. You already got the lead. You take the ball back with a little bit of time. Nail meet coffin.
Let's see what they can get going on this drive as they snap it from the 7. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Looking for a man. It's Abraham. He tries to take the top off. Makes the catch on the left. Turning it on. Inside the 30. Inside the 10. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Running into the open space. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. The Cornhuskers with a golden opportunity, but the key to the drill is turn it into points. Wants to throw on first down. He wants a big play here late. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. They get the timeout and the clock reads 3 seconds. After this, it'll be a wrap. The offense changing the play. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. And the pass falls to the ground, and the ball game is over. What a show both of these teams put on today. A couple of outstanding squads, hotly contested battle all the way to the very end.
Yeah, we came into this one expecting this to be a back-and-forth battle. We knew it was going to go down late into the fourth quarter. At the end of the day, the higher-ranked team, David, they were really able to lean on those playmakers and that leadership they've got in the locker room.
Yeah, and now I think even more so, you're starting to believe in them. They're battle-tested. This team they find a way to get things done. That's why they're ranked where they're at, and I expect this team to stay in contention for the college football playoff because they're proving week in and week out they're a really good squad.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.